Glad to have you with us from Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. Today, an in-state battle between two teams from the state of Texas, and when you face off against another spot from the Lone Star State, the emotions tend to run a little higher. It's the Texas State Bobcats and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
The Texas Longhorns enter this season with a ton of optimism. Coming off a 10-win year last year in a season where their young quarterback, Arch Manning, took significant steps ahead. They are so excited to see if they can improve and get back to the college football playoff this season. The offensive line grew from last year. More experience for this great young quarterback. We'll see if Arch Manning can take another step this season. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bobcats offense has the ball first today. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. And you get the idea that he'll be keeping an eye on the kind of day his counterpart is having for their offense. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The run inside. It's Jenkins. Makes it past the marker. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. That holding call backs them up 10. It's now 1st and 20. Quick completion to the right. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? I'm not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? No, he just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
On the run, it's Jenkins. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
That slides a little early and short, and now it's going to be 4th down. The Bobcats send out the punt unit. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. The Longhorns offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. Hollywood Smothers, the transfer from NC State, and this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand that this guy is a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season, but this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or steps, this will pay dividends.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2. Guys, when you really take a look at Texas, they start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run, but what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove.
Snags it, and he's open. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
Man, is it going to be fun trying to stop this passing offense at Texas. Not only do you have to deal with Arch Manning throwing the football, but you got Wingo outside with all that speed, David. You bring in Cam Coleman from Auburn with his highs and speed. So who do you cover if you're on defense?
Yeah, I wouldn't even mention the running backs who you bring in, too, who are studs. So, like, they're studs all over the field. This is an offense that, Sark, when they really get it going, man, the passing game becomes elite. And they can do so many good things, too. But just Cam Coleman and the ability to catch the football when he's not open. Like, it's second to none. Look forward to watching him and the Arch connection and how it grows. And, man, last year was such an interesting year for Arch Manning because preseason, greatest thing since sliced bread. Start of the season, nobody likes him. Get out of here. Nobody thinks he can play. He's not any good. End of the season really started to put it together. So, Palmer, he took a lot of criticism, but I love the way he stayed level-headed. And now this next season, another year of experience, I expect some great things from Arch Manning.
Yeah, there were huge expectations on this team in general. Maybe everybody a year too early on those expectations, but it's founded now. I mean, you've seen enough from Arch Manning to understand. He
snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
And there's really never any doubt with this guy. The coaching staff always talks about his leadership and his mental toughness. That was a bad interception on the opening drive, but he's able to turn the page and show you his short-term memory and just come out and stay aggressive, sling it around a little bit, and this offense is able to answer with a touchdown of their own.
And how nice is it if you're a coordinator to have a guy like that you can depend on? Like, he doesn't dwell on the one mistake. He doesn't let it turn into two. A lot of times you can see that snowball effect, man. Just a nice bounce back for him individually and for this offense to put the early turnover behind him.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Texas State takes the field, hoping to get this drive started. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
He'll try it again. Got a little space. They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to...
Finding some room. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Bobcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Trying to impose their will with the run. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Running inside, it's Jenkins.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Jackson will throw. Steps away. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. 3rd down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. The Bobcats will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. The give on the counter. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They thought maybe they could get the defense flowing the wrong way on the counter, but they were not fooled.
Get them flowing one way and then maybe hit that outside on the other side, right? But they didn't even let it get outside. They kept it right in the middle of the field, did a great job seeing it, going and getting it, being aggressive. You got to find a different way maybe to attack these guys, to use their speed against them.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, and he gets it back, so you can file that one under. Could have been worse.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Corrals it at the 45. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. They've sputtered a bit early, not being able to move the football, having to punt it away each of the first 2 times they had it.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15.
Could be an alley. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a 1st down. He's up to 57 yards on the ground, and they wanted to have an identity as a running team, and he's giving them that in the season opener. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Burgess.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Ball's at the 26. It's third and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. Creates a little room. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
On the ground, it's Jenkins. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Just feeds the running back. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Jackson gonna throw it. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
And the Bobcats looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Escapes the pressure to his right. Touchdown, Bobcats! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
On the run from inside his own 5. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Now sliding to his left. Grabbed behind the line, it's Townsend. And they're able to get him on the ground.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a nice job by the quarterback there. Of course, he's right-handed, but there he is scrambling and rolling to his left. It's not easy to be accurate when you're doing it, but he's able to put that right on target for the completion.
After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. They give it to him first time this season for the transfer. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. He'll try to do it himself. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on 3rd down.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Arch is going to throw for it. The short hands. It's Townsend. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Man, you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. They can make plays. They can run people over. They can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
Back to pass. It's Manning. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. And the Longhorns will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. The Bobcats offense comes out to go to work. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, the problem with the play-action game is that it forces the QB to hold on to the ball just a little bit longer to allow some of these plays to develop. And, of course, that gives this defense longer to get after him.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He's got it on the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense running to the football?
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Punts it out of the air. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. The Bobcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Got it behind the line. It's Evans. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Gives it on the option. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. He's up to 73 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
On that RPO, QB is just trying to keep it himself and see if he can get the first down, but nothing doing. He wasn't able to spring free, just too much speed defensively, and now it sets up 4th down.
And the Bobcats line up to punt it away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
You know, God bless Texas because they can lose great running backs, and they just go into the portal and they get a great running back. Oh, no, they got 2 great running backs. To get Smothers, to get Brown to come over, obviously guys with experience at big-time universities. I expect Texas to be able to run the football and, Jesse, have one of the best 1-2 punches in all of college football.
Yeah, I mean, they want to come play with Arch Manning, let's be honest. And they know it's an offense that defenses are going to be worried about the deep ball, throwing it downfield. So a lot of soft boxes to run into, and there's really no excuse for why these running backs shouldn't absolutely stat it up this year. Steve Sarkisian told us they're going to be committed to running the football and having balance because of those names.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Here's Arch to throw. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. It'll be 3rd and long. They go play action with Manning. Gonna take a shot at this DB. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away. And how about this confidence in their field goal kicker? They're going to pat him on the butt and say, go give us 3, big fella. And it's no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Firing to the right, complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Jackson will throw. Fires it incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense. And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Throwing Manning. Fires to the middle. Coleman's got it. Made a defender miss. Snags it, and there's running room. Carried it all the way down to the 35-yard line before they finally got him stopped.
You know what's always a good idea? Getting it to your best playmaker. That's a good idea. Whether it's shallow, whether it's deep, this guy can make things happen. He's lightning in a bottle when he catches the football. And that pass, it was short, but watch him. He can make guys miss, outrun, turn those little bitty catches into big plays.
They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. A give to Brown. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Arch Madness. He uncorks a bullet to the right. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there. Now facing a 3rd and long. Manning on play action. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The run inside. It's Jenkins. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. The Bobcats want to move quickly.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
It's complete on the right side. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Spins away from the defense. He's now up to 83 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener.
And I think this is going to be a focal point moving forward, man. Like, stopping the run game. Like, they continue to have success and have success now on this third down. They've got to find a way to maybe commit more bodies, be more physical at the point of attack, and take away some of this rushing game.
And the Bobcats have it with a 1st and 10.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Running inside, it's Jenkins. Might have a chance. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Off the play fake. Finds his man. It's Burgess. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The Bobcats lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Scrambling away. Going to try to get it himself. Quarterback slides, and he's got enough for the 1st down.
And that's the extra feel you get with this dude. I mean, unbelievable job dropping back to pass, but understanding 3rd down, I can get it right now. I got a little bit of space right up the middle, pulls it down, runs it straight ahead, and goes and gets the big 3rd down.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Got enough space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold.
So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. After the holding penalty, the offense will try to hang on with a 1st and 20. Jackson gonna throw it. Incomplete, and man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Could not make his way to the corner. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific 2nd half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin with Florida Atlantic taking on the number 25 team, the Florida Gators. And it's the Owls looking to get the job done on the road. Right now it's early, but they lead this season opener. And as we check in on these notable matchups this week, we're reminded of just how meaningful every week in college football truly is. Now back over to your game at DKR in Austin. This offense just continues to find a way to make big plays. No death by 1,000 cuts today. They are consistently gaining chunks of yardage, and it's reflected there on the scoreboard. And with that, let's get it back to our fellas at DKR.
Kevin about ready to start the 2nd half here. They're lined up and ready to kick off this 2nd half. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. What did they talk about at halftime, Holly?
I caught up with the Longhorns head coach at the half. Coach is understandably frustrated right now. They brought this running back in for big-time performances like this, but he has struggled turning over the ball, trailing here in this game. They have got to get a more steady performance from their running back in this moment. See how he starts the 2nd half, and I'll keep you posted down here on the field. Back to you.
Holly, thank you.
Nice job by the defense, just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
Well, that's not on the quarterback. I know it's not easy completing some of these out routes, especially at the college level, but that's a play the receivers got to make.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. The Longhorns will punt it away on 4th down.
Really nice job by the defense. Here in the second half, they've got to have the mentality with the lead. If we just don't give up any more points, we get the W. We got to make big plays on 3rd down. They made a big one there.
Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Burgess. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. So now it's 2nd and long. Pulls it on the option. Spins away from the defender. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. Now on 1st down from the 40. Intercepted. That is just what this defense needed. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Texas. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
And that is a critical error by the quarterback at a critical juncture in the game, right, David? This thing's already close, and it's the smallest mistake that can make the difference. That pick 6 certainly hurts his team, but there's a lot of football left, a lot of time left. You've got to be resilient as a quarterback. You have to be able to turn the page and get back out and attack with confidence.
You made a mistake. You're exactly right. We got to flush this. We got to move on. Obviously, the crowd goes nuts. The fans are all into it. The other side's energized. Now you got to go get your head together. Go watch the clip, see what happened. What did I do wrong? You got to get out there and go fix it because you still got a chance to win this ball game.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
And the Bobcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Right back to the well. Knocked down for the tackle.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. They'll try to run for it. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced them into 4th down. The Bobcats will try to pin them back with the punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Here's Manning to throw. Finds his man. It's Townsend. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his...
Fires deep toward the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
Man, as you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. To throw, Manning. Looking to the end zone. Couldn't make the connection in the end zone, and that's not the worst of it. This flag is going to back him up for holding. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. So it's now 1st and 20 after that holding call. Looking downfield, it's Manning. A shot toward the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The run inside. It's Smothers. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
Unloads to the wideout. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. Never a doubt. That pushes the lead to 6 at 20-14.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Texas State takes the field, hoping to get this drive started. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 2. Running inside, it's Jenkins. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the 1st down and get the sticks moving.
Might as well give it to him again. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. He's now up to 104 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener. Looking for room, it's Jenkins. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. And the Bobcats are flying down the field. Handoff from the gun. Here's a little room there. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Bobcats racing to the line in a hurry-up.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
To the ground. He's got it again. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down. And the Bobcats are in the red zone. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jenkins. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Absolutely center cut. The lead down to just 3, 20-17.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Manning. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Got a first down. He slides down. He has enough for the first down, but there is a penalty flag on the play. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. The holding penalty will make it 1st and 20. Back to throw, it's Manning. Grabbed over the middle, it's Wingo. And he's knocked down.
Need to do a better job as a defender tackling the catch. On the curl route, he had a chance to break on the ball, get the receiver down, couldn't do it, and as a result, they give up an explosive play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Wingo. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
They're getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And man, you gotta love the way the defense just took this field. Like, offense scores, cuts into the lead, and they had some juice, some energy, flying around, being physical, everybody getting to the football, and now forcing the punt, and a chance to give the ball back to their offense to do some damage.
They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll go to the counter. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The give to the back. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Fields the punt and tries to help improve that field position. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the first down. Arch is going to throw for it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Texas State gets the football back, and here comes the offense. And now, deep in the fourth quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. Pulls and fires complete. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Bobcats can really attack on this second and short. The run inside. It's Burgess. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. They'll try to power their way ahead. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And the Bobcats will send out the punt unit. Now on the return. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The Longhorn first down here as we dive into the college football season. A Week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Throws to the wideout. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time it's second down.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Here's Arch to throw. Fires to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Yeah, and those corner routes are tough to throw for an offense. You try to force it, in between coverage a lot of times, and you could tell it was great defense. Nice job getting a hand in the air, getting it on the football, and making sure that receiver can't make a play on it.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. On the critical third down here in the fourth quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
Art's going to spin it again. It's complete to the right. On a sweet spin, and he's free. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver. They're working on the crossing route. And a big thing for the quarterback there, you've got to be able to give your receiver time to work through all the traffic, get by the linebackers in the middle of the field, and work all the way over to the other side. The offensive line has to give the quarterback time, and the QB's got to be patient, but it all worked out perfectly, and they're able to get a big play.
Throwing Manning. Pocket breaking down. And he gets down on the slide, and that's not the only thing down. There's a penalty marker on the field. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. After the holding penalty, 1st and 20 for this offense. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Pressure coming. He's sacked. This defense all over him. The Longhorns decide to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. The Bobcats offense comes out to go to work. And now, deep in the fourth quarter, a chance to go down the field and take the lead in this ball game. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. 3 wideouts to the right on 2nd and 8. Right back to the well. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Jackson will throw. Makes the grab. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. The Bobcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Running inside, it's Jenkins. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. Oh, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Gets the back moving. Rush coming in hot, and they've got him at the 29.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Taking it the other way. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Longhorn. Took it all the way back to the house.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Reading the option, it's Jackson. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Now on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Jenkins. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down. We're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get 1st downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the 1st down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. And the Bobcats now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Jackson gonna throw it. Oh, they're after him! And down he goes. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's going to run it. Still on his feet. That's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And it's an ancient proverb for a reason, right? Know thyself. And what he does best is hang in the pocket and throw strikes and attack the field. It's not really running. And you can see he takes off, and the defense closes in fast. And the most important thing happens with the defense. They hit him, they get the ball out, and they force the turnover.
The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. As we check in with Holly.
Well, guys, these turnovers continue to dictate what's happening in this ballgame. The quarterback has been under duress, and he is starting to show this wear and tear. The defense is feeding off of this, though. They see he's banged up, and they are going to keep coming after him. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And the Longhorns will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Jackson will throw. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The Bobcats headed quickly to the line.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense.
He lets one fly deep. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to defend the field position with the return.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the 4th quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on the takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. And that interception might well be the nail. Makes a grab and room to run. Touchdown, Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, I think this home environment was just too much for their opponents to handle. There's been unbelievable noise and energy. The crowd showed up today, but how about the playmaking on the field? These guys have got dudes all over the field, and this kind of win week 1 sends a statement and reverberates all across college football.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas State takes the field hoping to get this drive started. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Jackson gonna throw it. Got his man. Got 6 yards on the play. 2nd and 4 coming. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. And the Bobcats can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Moving away from pressure. He's going to take off. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Bringing it back. He's inside the 40. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Here comes the Texas offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. You work all off season for that, the chance to take a knee and punctuate an opening victory to this season. With the clock running, this should be the final play. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute, get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.